Hello everyone, I'm Rohit and today I will discuss about how we can tune our application that can handle a large set of data and we can process that data and we can load it into our database. So in this sections the topics we will covered, we will reading our uh, large set of data. So in our case it will be like 1 lakh of data and the best practices we can get, and we can read the data, we transform the data, and we will update data to our database, and we can analyze the performance. So if we execute a query line by line, if we execute the update by taking 200 chunks of data at a time, and bulk update that taking all data and inserting at once. And also we will cover about how much memory it is taking, how much amount of time it has taken to complete the process, and the basic thing that you should have knowledge about Node.js, file systems, MongoDB. So that will be the basic prerequisite for this video. So let's directly jump into our code and we will see that how the performance is going on. So this is our code and we are not we are just the code is very simple. And first we are just loading, connecting our database. We are we are reading the data and convert it into the JSON data. uh, as you see we have customers of, we have 1 lakh users here, users data here. So we will read all those data and process it and will update into our database. So we transform the data into our desired format. We have user schema here, and first what we'll do, instead of bulk writing, we will uh, we will resolve all at a time, and we will see how much time it will take in the bulk write by using this create method, resolving at a time, and how much memory it is consuming. So let's directly jump into our code. So here you will see we have a activity monitor, right? There is no any node process that is running, that's why it is blank here. And there is a memory, that how much memory it is consumed, and here we will see the time will, like how much time it has taken. Then time node without string.js I have run, and so we have a database here. So there is no any data here, the count is 0. Now we will run this code. Let's run. You will see here that memory has been 963 MB. Right now it is taking 2 GB of memory. It is taking. The process is going on. Yeah. So it's 2 GB of memory and 18.5 second time it has taken to complete that process. The time is 18 seconds. That is not good, and the memory is very worst case here, that it is taking 2 GB of memory using bulk write method. Let's see how much performance it will increase, or the performance will decrease, how much memory it will consume. Let's see. Save this file, go ahead, and here you will see previous we have a find method. We have like 1 lakh of data. Now let's go and delete this one, and again we will do insert operations. Then so 500 MB, so it is taking 585 MB of data. instead of 2 GB of data that was we doing previously. And the time it is taking almost 7.3 seconds, so it's almost 2.5 times faster, and the memory is like half, the memory consuming is half, so that's very good. Can we increase the performance more? Answer is yes. Yes, we can. So instead of reading data, let's see our database, whether how much data has inserted. Insert as operation is implemented. We have 1 lakh of data. Let's delete it for another operation. Now let's go back to our code. So right now what we are doing, we are loading our data into our memory at once. So all data is loaded into the memory and transforming that data and updating. Now instead of doing that, what we can do, we can read a chunk of data, transform it, that chunk of data, and process that chunk of data. So that is called stream, converting data into chunks, processing it. So in this also we have a very simple code. We are connecting to our database, we are creating a read stream, and there we are creating a pipeline. A pipeline has a read stream. That method has convert to JSON, that will convert our CSV file into the JSON format. We have a user transform here, so that will transform our user into our decide format. And we will be using 3 approaches here to update data. One is like one by one. Okay, so we will read one data, a small chunk of data, and we'll process that data and save that data to our database. Now let's see how much memory it will take and how much time it will take to execute. So we jump into our activity monitor. There is no any node process that is running on. Now run our code. String. See, memory consumption is very much low. It's almost 100 MB. That is far good than 2 GB and 600 MB data. This process has taken less amount of memory, but the execution time was very high. So in this way, we have reduced our memory uses, but we have increased our time. So can we improve it? We have seen in our previous that we have we are reducing our memory, but we have increased our time limit. Now what we will do, we will, let's see, by using another method can we reduce our time. So we are using buffering object to stream, that will help us to frequently updating our buffer. And we are using same create method, but we are updating that most of the chunks at a time. And let's see what how much performance it will increase. Let's run this system. Time Node.js, is there any object there? Yeah, we have. Let's delete it. We have deleted. Now run. See, the memory consumption becomes high. It is 196 196 MB of data, memory 200 MB of memory, and execution is complete. So maximum it is taking 200 MB of memory. That is pretty much lower than 2 GB, 600 MB. And The execution time is 16 to 17 second. So that's pretty much good. So if I compare with the previous one, where we have taken 100 MB of memory, and the execution time is very high, and in this we have using 200 MB of memory and the execution time is not very high, so it's almost 16 second, and that is pretty much faster as compared to another. So let's dig into our code and improve our performance little bit more by using bulk write. uh, let's go to our database. Let's see, yeah, there are 1 lakh of data. Let's delete it. So 1 lakh of data is deleted. Now run the app. So 100 MB of memory it is using, 177 MB of memory, and the execution time is 6 seconds. So that's very fast. So as compared to the above process, this process has, like, we have 10 to 12 times faster than the above process if I compare with this process. And the memory is maximum, it has taken 170 MB of memory, so that's a pretty decent. And the execution time is 6 second, 6 to 7 second. That is pretty much good. And so in by using stream and by using bulk write, we have achieved, we have reduced our usage of memory, we have increased our process time. So that's all. In the last I will say you the chart